So in this video, I'm presenting the detailed answer key for last year Homi Baba to 2023 stage 2 practical questions. So the first question was to identify the cone of conifer, right? So one cone was given. Students were asked to identify whether it was a male cone or a female cone, right? So the point is the difference between the male, you should know the difference between the male and female cone. Female cones, they are generally longer than the male cones. So this is a male cone, this is a female cone. So first point is the female cones, they are typically larger than the male cones, and the cones are surrounded by many scales. The female cones, they appear to be more woody, right? So these are woody leaf bracts, whereas the male cone, they appear to be soft. So this is how you can distinguish between a male and female cone. So last year, female cone was kept for the identification. Second question was to identify the given specimen, and the given specimen was the elephant's foot. So elephant's foot, you can call it as Suran, Jimikant, right? So it's a vegetable and it's not very famous because it causes itchy throat, right? So it grows under the soil in the form of tuber. Now the point is why such kind of question was expected and why it was there in 2023, because yam is included as example in many of the activities in SSC textbook, right? So I have included the screenshots. This activity is given in class 9th and this activity is given in class 7th SSC textbook, right? So such kind of question was expected. Third question was related to identify a specimen, and the given specimen was of sweet potato. It was easy to identify, and second sub question was to give its mode of reproduction. So sweet potato is an example of vegetative propagation. It is basically a modified root. It stores nutrients and produces a new plant. So sweet potato is a good source of carbohydrate. Which carbohydrate? It is a good source of starch and cellulose. So next question was related to hypotonic solution. Amla was placed in the water. So in that case, if the given specimens, like in this case, amla is swollen, if the given specimen is swollen, then the medium, if this is the amla, so the medium, if the amla is swollen, the medium around it will be hypotonic, right? And if the given specimen, as if it's a amla, is shrunken stage, if its outer wall is shrinked, then it is placed in hypertonic solution. So last year a swollen amla was there, so that represents that it is being placed in hypertonic solution, because only in case of hypertonic medium the water will enter from outside to inside of the amla. Next question was related to the identification of the seeds, and the given seeds were the mustard seeds. So students, they were asked whether the mustards are monocot or dicot, right? In native language, mustards are known as sarso. So sarso is a dicot plant, right? It has net-like leaf venation. It has 2 cotyledon and it has flower petals in set of 4. Next question was related to a leaf, right? A leaf was attached to the branch and students were asked to label the kind of tissues which are found in the leaf. If you look at the transverse section of the leaf, there are three types of tissues. The outermost covering is known as, the epidermis, right? And bulk of the leaf is made up of these cells. So these cells are mesophyll cells. You can also write them as parenchyma. Mesophyll cells are type of parenchyma. And then third is the vascular bundle. Vascular bundles are xylem and phloem. So every part of the plant has vascular bundle. Next question was related to the identification of a specimen, and the given specimen was the prawns, right? It was easy to identify the prawn, but the sub question was pretty tough. You all candidates were asked about the class and phylum, right? So this is the hierarchy, the whole classification of the prawns. So prawn belongs to class Mlacostraca, right? And order is Decapoda. Then last question was related to the identification of the leaves and to find out whether they are annual plants or perennial plants. So annual plant is a plant that completes its life cycle from germination to production of seeds within one growing season, right? So it bears the fruit in the first year of life itself. Perennial plants, on the other hand, they are the plants that live for more than 2 years. They are longer living than the other two types, which are annuals and biennials, right? So the conclusion is, these are the common examples: wheat, rice, pea, they are annuals; strawberry, tomato, potato, they are perennial plant. So next question was to identify 3 organs, right? Liver, gallbladder and pancreas. Separate models were given, right? It was not, the whole digestive system was not presented to the students. Separate models of liver, gallbladder, pancreas was given, and the question was which system they are related to. So liver, gallbladder, this is gallbladder, and pancreas, they are related to your digestive system. Then there was a question, 4 organisms they were given, and the question was to identify which organisms they can belong to same trophic level. If you look at this food web, or if you look at the text which is given in the SSC class 9th textbook. So according to this textbook, owl and fox, they are the secondary consumer. So the answer for this question was owl and fox, they can occupy same trophic level.